I'm just going to wait for ye old Facebook notification to check that it really is going live. Think it's working. It's happening. We are live streaming our Shabbat evening service. Friday night, here we come. We have Kabbalat Shabbat and Ma'ariv, and Cantor Aronoff is feeling a little younger than her usual self. In fact, she didn't appear at all, really. We have our wonderful, brilliant Kiara Lally, who you may recognize from such hit Adat Ari videos as Shacharit in the recent past. But this evening, Kiara is gracing us with her beautiful USY Camp Ramah leading experience and is going to be our Chazan for Kabbalat Shabbat and Ma'ariv. So she is going to begin with Yedid Nefesh, and that can be found on page 10 of this Siddur.
All right. Okay, taking away with the traditional tune. Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Meshoch Avdach El Ratzonach Yarutz Avdach K'mo'ayal Yishtachavei El Muhadarach Yeravlo Yedidutach Inof Etzuv Bechol Ta'am Haduna Eziv Ha'olam Nafshi Cholat Ahavatach Ana Elna Rafana Beharot La Noam Zivach Az Tichazak V'titrapeh B'haitzala Shivchat Olam V'tikyamu Rachamecha V'chusna'al Ben Ohavach Ki Zakama Nichsof Nichsaf Lireot B'tiferet Uzach Ana'ili Machmad Libi Chushana Ve'al Titalam Galena Ufros Chaviv Alai Et Sukat Shalomach Ta'ir Eret Mikevodach Nagila V'nismechabach Maher Ahuv Kiva Moed B'choneni Ki Me'olam Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai nai Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai nai Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai nai Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 Yananai nai 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 nai.
Ah, what a beautiful, welcoming opening song. Thank you for that. We will continue now with Lechu Naranana, the first of our several psalms that build up to Lecha Dodi. That is to be found on page 11.
All right. Lechu Naranana, Lechu Naranana, Lechu Naranana, Ladonai. Lechu Naranana, Lechu Naranana, Lechu Naranana, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Nekama Fana Betoda. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Bees me road Narialo. Lechu Naranana, Lechu Naranana, Lechu Naranana, Ladonai. Lechuna ranena, lechuna ranena, lechuna ranena l'Adonai. We finished? Oh, and we continue. Arba'im shana akut bedor, ba'omar am tohe levavhem, v'hem lo yadu derachai, asher nishmati v'api imiva'um el menuchati.
Beautiful. We'll continue now with Shiru Ladonai on the next page, which is page 13.
All right. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basru Miyom, Le'yom Yeshuato, Safru Vagoyim, Kevodo Bechol Ha'amim, Mifleotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, Umehulam Me'od. Norahu al kol Elohim ein ki kol Elohai ha'amim elilim v'Adonai shamayim asa od behadar lefanav oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho havu l'Adonai mishpechot amim havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz Havu l'Adonai kevod shemo sumincha uvo l'hatzrotav ein 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 And
I'm in the feeling for a kind of romam. Let's raise our spirit, sing to the mountaintops, or imagine even that the mountaintops themselves are proclaiming, yay, it's Shabbat, yay for God having created us. Let's be mountains, it's Romemu, page 20, if you're following along in my Siddur.
All right. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. I think I'm going to turn on another light because the sun is going down.
But it's gorgeous. It's really ethereal and spiritual. I'm kind of imagining like that the Sabbath Queen herself is emerging and emanating in your room with you because of how beautiful you are singing to her. Speaking of how beautiful you're singing, please continue to do so. It's Mizmor LeDavid, Havu Ladonai, page 12.
All right, one of my favorites. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu Ladonai ben Elim, Havu Ladonai, Kavod va'oz, ein, Havu Ladonai, Kavod shema, Yishtachavu Ladonai, B'hadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim. Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai b'koach. Ay, nay, nay. Kol Adonai behadar. Kol Adonai shover oradim. Vayshaber Adonai etar ze'halavanah. Vayarkidem kemo egel Lebanon Vesiryon kemo Moven re'emim Ay Kol Adonai chotzev avotesh Kol Adonai yachil midbar Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh Kol Adonai yachol halayot Vayechesov Ye'arot Ufechalo Kulo Omer Kavod Ay, nay Adonai Lama Bul Yashav Yashav Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitain Adonai Yavarech Et Amo B'Shalom Ay, nay Ay, nay Ay, nay Yay, nay Yay, nay Yay, nay Yay, nay Yay, nay
I love that one. We don't always do it, but when we do, it's one of my favorites. We will move now to the central core song, but Dodi. We're on page 23 to 25, and Kiara will just go for it. I don't know if you want to do all the verses. It's up to you, however the spirit moves you.
I think we could do all of them. Sure, why not? I think my voice can handle it. Alright, I'm gonna be doing two different tunes, two of my favorite tunes that I don't think we've really done here that often. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah. Lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat nekabela Shamoy v'zachor b'dibur echad Hishmi anu el hameuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'Hashem u'tiferet B'aliti lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat nekabela Likat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki makor haberacha marash mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh l'chashavotech lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat nekabela Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzai mitoch ha'hafecha ravach shevet be'emek habecha behu yachamo aleichem lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat nekabela Adat Ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartechami al yad ben yishai beit halachmi korva el nafshi gel lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri ki ba'orech kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alaich lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lo teboshi velo tikami tishtochachi umatahami bachyechesu ani ami nifneta iratila lecha dodi likat kala bene Shabbat nekabela. V'hayu l'shimsa shosayich v'rachakuku mevalayich yasis alayich Elohayich imsos chata al kala lecha dodi likrat kala bene Shabbat nekabela. Yamin usmo tifroti be'et Adonai tariti al yadish ben parti ben yismecha ben agila lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzohala tochemune am segula boi chala lecha dodi likat kala bene Shabbat nekabela. Ya na 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 na, 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 ya na na, ya na 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 na, na 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 na, ya na 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 na, ya na na na, ya na 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 na, ya na 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 na.
By the way, huge fan of both of those tunes, and you're getting a lot of love on Facebook as well. A lot of people just saying, Shabbat Shalom, Kiara, yay, thank you. So just know that we are loving this. And a big Shabbat Shalom to the Sabbath Queen. We will now continue with our psalm for Shabbat itself. It is Tov Lahodot Ladonai. We will be on page 27. And if you are standing and uproariously clapping for Lachadodi, you can take it down a notch, be seated, breathe in. This is a slow one. And we're just grateful that it is Shabbat.
Tov Lahodot Ladonai. Tov Lahodot Ladonai, ulezamer Lashimcha Elyon. Tov Lahodot Ladonai, Tov Lahodot Ladonai, Tov Lahodot Ladonai, ulezamer Lashimcha Elyon. Tov Lahodot Ladonai, lehagid bavoker chasdecha, lehagid bavoker chasdecha, be'emunatcha baleilot, o tov lehodot Ladonai.
That's a gorgeous melody. So we don't always do this next psalm in Adat Ari, but sometimes we do, and when we do, it is a good Friday night. So we're going to do Adonai Malach on page 29.
This is one of my favorite songs of Shabbat, and I just really felt like singing it tonight and bringing it to Adat. So thank you for giving me.
Is this one of the ones that you do at USY?
Yes, this is very fun, always in USY and youth groups. I know at camp it's a big thing, so yeah.
Awesome. And I know a lot of people out there listening and praying with us. They've been to Camp Ramah and they've done USY or other similar youth groups. So this is just transporting them back to their happy place. Or it's giving you a flavor of what you could do. Or if you went to USY or Camp Ramah or wanted to send your kids or grandkids. So just know this is the wonderful experience that you get. So go USY.
All right. Adonai malach gehut lavesh Adonai oz hitazar avtikon tebel baltimot nachon kisachah me'az Me'olam atay, nay, 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 nasu, nerot Adonai, nasu, nerot kolam, yisu, neharot toch, yamai, nay, 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 mikolot, mayim rabim adirim, mishabereyam, adir, Bamarom Adonai Edotecha Ne'enu me'od Levitecha ne'ava kodesh Adonai le'orech yamim Nay, 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 nay Yay, nay, nay, nay Yay, nay, 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 nay Yay, nay, nay Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine.
Thank you so much, Kiara. This is such a treat. That wraps up our Kabbalat Shabbat, which are just these optional, beautiful, melodic psalms that we get to just be in the mood to elevate us to the point where we get to light our Shabbos candles and then do Ma'ariv, the actual traditional prayers that we do on Friday night as well. So I invite anyone who wishes to join me in lighting your candles at this time. You can rise if you'd like. You can say the blessing with me. And here we go. I'm not really look at them too much. Not going to enjoy them till I've said the bracha. Oh. Na 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 na. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner v'tzivanu lahadlik ner v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Oh, it's officially Shabbat, so I want to wish everyone Shabbat Shalom. Mwah! Virtual kisses and hugs to everyone, especially to Kiara, who is helping me celebrate Shabbat right now with some just incredible, lovely tunes. So Kiara, put a bookmark in your Siddur because I'm just going to say a couple of words about our Torah portion, unpleasant though it is this week. But I have to. You know, like sometimes I'm the kind of person that if I have a little scar or a spot, I pick at the wound and open it up and I can't help it. And that's just me. And I need to learn maybe not to do that, just to let it heal. But I think maybe that's quite a rabbinic quality because, again, rabbis all over the world, their whole point is to say, here's a problematical part of the text. Here's where the text makes us mad and sad. And in this week's Torah portion in Parshat Shmini, we have to witness the horrible, traumatic ordeal of Aaron's sons, two of them, being immediately consumed by fire by God after offering some sort of incense incorrectly. And, you know, year after year, I have, and many of us have looked at that and analyzed, why did they have to die? They were Aaron's children. They were new at this. What was their crime? What was their sin? Or was it just a pyrotechnic mistake? Or was it even that they were being punished from the sin of their father, who had been very instrumental in building a certain idol of a golden calf variety? So maybe they were actually innocent in this, and this was really about Aaron. Anyway, though, that's not even what I wanted to pick at, because that's just so up there and known, and it often just consumes me to the point where I miss verse 12 in Vayikra, chapter 10. And what happens there is that almost immediately Aaron, and more importantly, Aaron's other two sons, Eliezer and Itamar, are asked to take the meal offering that's left over from the Lord's fire offerings and eat it as unleavened loaves beside the altar, for it is the Holy of Holies. Bring the thigh, raising up, and the breast of the wave them with the fats, the offerings, make it all on the altar eternally, la 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 la. In short, they are sent back to work immediately. In fact, they're also told two specific things that they're not allowed to do. And Moses, via God, wouldn't have bothered telling them this had it not been something that they were probably tempted to do. They're also told, do not let your hair grow out. Because as you know, people in mourning grow a beard. They don't prim and prime themselves physically. Oh, and also, do not think that you should tear your priestly attire, your clothes either, which is also a traditional, classic, ancient mourning sign to show how broken-hearted you are. And this is quite brutal, isn't it? That Aaron, but also the brothers, the two brothers who are surviving, who are literally called Banav Notarim, the surviving, the remaining brothers, they don't get to sit shiva. They don't get to stop. They don't get to mourn. They have to stay and work through their pain, work through their grief. And I think this is because of their job, which is they are essential workers, as it were. That's the metaphor I want to run with. They are offering up on behalf of all of Israel the sin offering. They have to bring atonement to everyone because, again, this is after the incident of the golden calf. But this is something that needs to happen to God because you can't just leave God hanging. Day in, day out, we have to show up when we have these key roles. And it's unfortunate, but we've seen more than ever this past year, people go to work just, like finding an inner strength and a courage that they didn't know they had, working through their personal pain and grief, and even their collective traumas, and saying, I'm going to be of service. And I see people on the brink of exhaustion continuing to show up at hospitals and being essential workers. And I know that Adat Ari got online, the day after the pandemic was announced and said, we must let services continue. We can't drop a mincha ma'ariv. What would the community do? And not that we were in mourning to the extent that the Aaron family are at this point, but just the idea of this huge, unbelievable trauma that shatters their world. But this is a paradigm. This poor family are told, rise, help, be yourselves anyway, and you will be comforted. And by the way, what also stands out in this chapter is that the sons make a mistake. And Moses chastises them and Aaron for them, saying, you burnt it. You didn't eat all of it. You didn't eat it in the right place. It's all gone wrong. And Aaron says, how dare you? And stands up for himself. And Moses is appeased. And again, that's also this quite life-affirming message that we are not expected to be perfect in these moments of extreme emotional distress. You know, we can fail, but we try and we show up when we can. And sometimes it's just not possible for us to suspend our operation and take the time that we need. And I only hope that at some point after all these duties were complete, that Aaron, that Itamar and Eliezer were able to take some personal time and to grieve, because it doesn't go away. And if you don't work on it, it will stay there forever and haunt you. So I just think there's a lot we can learn from that. And yeah, we will continue fighting the good fight, really. So those are some reflections from Parshat Shemini. And with that, we'll continue to offer up our daily offerings. Hopefully not from a place of crisis or trauma at this point, but from a place of having been vaccinated or nearly vaccinated, and from a place of knowing that soon enough we're going to get to really embrace one another and breathe that sigh of relief that we will kind of be in a holy, wonderful place together again. So it is the Baruch Hu. We are on page 39a. I invite you to rise if you can for this. And Kiara, would you like me to echo your Baruch Hu and I'll be the Kahal response?
Yes, sorry. All right. Face the imaginary. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
Amen. We may be seated again.
El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Imloch Aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai HaMariv HaRavim.
We turn now to page 40 for Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael. We'll just chant this to ourselves. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael.
Be'ahavatcha al tamim imenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Page 41, it's the Shema. You know what to do.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzocha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvlechtecha v'derech, u'shoflecha uv'kumecha, u'shartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha. Adonai Elohechem emet.
We're continuing on page 43, shortly to be on page 44 with our Micha Mocha.
Malchuto beratzon kilo alehem. Moshe Miriam v'nei Yisrael chanu shira v'simcha rabba v'amru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh norat eloto sefa malchutecha v'uvanecha ukeyam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed V'namar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael.
Amen. I'm going to read Hashkivenu out aloud in English because it is one of my favorite prayers and it is eternally relevant. So I'm on page 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your sukat shlomecha, your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporeh sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. On the next page, we have the Shamru on 46. So we customly stand for this, and Kiara's going to do another beautiful USY tune, I believe.
Yes, it's a bit of a different tune. It's more slow than the jumpy one that we usually do, but I think it's really beautiful. So that's what I'm going to be doing. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat ve'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam b'nei Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz u'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat v'hinafash.
Completely gorgeous. Thank you for offering that tune. I love that tune. All right, we've got the Chetzi Kaddish up next on the bottom of page 46, and then we'll just go straight into our silent Amidah, which is page 47 to 52. And we invite you to stand and just pray your heart out, English or Hebrew, or just use those few minutes. Just snatch some silent meditation, whatever prayers you need to say from your heart at that time, just go for it. And then we'll sit down when you're done, and we'll probably conclude, I think, with an Oseh Shalom. So, Kiara, Chetzi Kaddish, and if you want, I can be your Kahal response. Amen.
Ve'amadi brachute ve'amlich balchute v'chayechon uvyom echon uv'chay d'chol beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kari v'yimeru
Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach
le'olam le'omaya yiparach Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitruman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitala shemei dekudesha b'richu min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damira be'alma v'yimeru
Amen. Ma'ariv Amidah, page 47 to 52.
shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Imru. Amen. Nine 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 nine. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Imru. Amen. Yikra v'yikra shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivrach yirtei ve'al michlachotei b'chaychonu ve'mechonu b'chaydachu b'et Yisrael ba'agalav v'zman kari ve'imeru.
Amen.
Yehishmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam le'amei almaya. Yitbarach Yishabach Yitbarach Yitramah Yitnaseh Yitadar Yitalev Yitalal Shmei Kedusha. B'riyah Elam B'chatav V'shirotah B'chatav V'nechamatada Amiram B'yalma V'imeru. Amen. Titkar Batsalot V'nevat Wonderful Yisrael Kodam V'honda Yishmaya V'imeru. Amen. Yehishlam Arba Min Shemaya V'chaim Alim V'yalkol Yisrael V'imeru. Amen. Oh, say shalom b'romav. Hu yaseh shalom. Alinu ve'okol Yisrael ve'okol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru. Amen.
Amen. I invite you to receive your virtual Kiddush cups at this point. I believe Jack Soul and also Leah Elias is joining us, so they can hand out those virtual Kiddush cups. If you have a real one, feel free to take that too. We're on page 55. The virtual one, it's okay. Jack just passed Kiara one, so that's totally fine. Do you want me to? I can lead this, because I've got my cup. Can I do it? Can I do it? I'm like, oh, please, I'd be so happy. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'mahaseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikre kodesh zecher l'tziyat mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Clink, clink, clink to everyone. And now let's count the Omer, because I've realized it's after Pesach. So we're going to turn to page 63 for the Omer. And can someone in the comment section tell me what day yesterday was? Because I'm so bad at math. I want to just double check that I'm going to announce this correctly. So one of you feisty, wonderful people, if you can tell me which day we're on. I know we're like early on in the Omer right now. I just want to double check. So, hello, Jonah. Hi.
Oh, you want the Torah?
I can ask Google right now as well, because there's like a 20-second delay. There you go. Ooh, okay, beautiful. Thank you, Jerome. I had bet that Jerome would be the first one to immediately heed the call. Apparently, all I can tell you at this stage is that the 12th of the Omer was on Thursday. Right? It was Thursday. Yeah, beautiful. So we're going to know what to do now with the rest of that. So let me just make sure I'm going to have the right one. I'm going to hold it down. All right, so here's the blessing. You can repeat after me or say Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Hayom shlosha asa yom shehem shavua echad v'shisha yamim la'omer. Today is 13 days, 1 week, and 6 days of the Omer. There you go. We're counting up to Shavuot, and I can't be more excited. So next, we're going to go to Aleinu. So please continue, my lovely Kiara, and we are on page. Oh dear, getting there. Page 56 in my Siddur.
All right. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגוהי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו קיים, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כתוב בתורתו, בדעת הים וישבותו אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Toda rabba for that, Kiara. Thank you. On page 58, we have our Kaddish Yatom. I've posted the names of all the upcoming yortzites that Adat Ari is aware of for the upcoming week in the Facebook comments. So feel free to check those out, and you can add any of your own just to let us know who you're mourning for and who you are observing. We also just want to let you know that we offer condolences to Shirley Moore. Her brother passed away in Chicago. That was Ellis Levine, Shirley Moore's brother. So we will hold her in our hearts as we say Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach leolam ul'omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata de'amiran v'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Amen. We hope that you can be inspired by their blessed memories to do good deeds in the world and continue acting in their good names. Mwah! we want to say a big Shabbat Shalom to everyone. And you can see I've got a baby. And we had many babies born this week at Adat Ari. So I'm just going to tell you about that. We want to announce the birth of Oliver Mason Tannenbaum, born on March 22nd, March 27th. He is the son of Sarah and Brian Tannenbaum, the grandson of Eric and Becky Hartung, and Don and Linda Tannenbaum, great-grandson of Meira Jonathan, Arlene Hartung, and Ed and Rochelle Elowitz. We also have the birth of Billy Baruch Orenstein. Billy is the daughter of Chelsea and Michael Orenstein, and the granddaughter of Ellen and Tom Bouch, and Jeannie and Stephen Orenstein, great-granddaughter of Gertrude Malisdorf. So just, wow, babies. There's a couple of events coming up at Adat Ariel that I just want to draw your attention to. On Wednesday, April 14th, we have a special speaker. It is award-winning author Mara Gad. She was the author of The Color of Love, a story of a mixed-race Jewish girl. And this is a program that we are co-hosting with our wonderful neighbors at Temple Beth Hillel. It is a Zoom meeting, so you don't have to leave your home for that. And you can purchase the book as well at a discounted price. We bought a bunch of copies. It's an incredible story. And then also, on the following day, it's Yom HaAtzmaut, Thursday, April 15th. And from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., we invite you to sign up in advance for a slot to come to the Adat Ariel campus, which will be transformed into Israel, all of our favorite sites, so that you can have this virtual tour of many important, wonderful Israeli places. We are obviously observing COVID rules and space is limited, so sign up if you want to be there. And yes, we're also going to be collecting money for Well-Fed in collaboration with the Jewish Federation and New Roots. So please give generously if you have change. It's going to support Jewish young adults between the ages of 18 and 40 that live in the greater LA area and are experiencing any kind of food insecurity. And of course, No Runner will be next Friday night. So that's also something to look forward to. Then my other announcement is, thank you, Kiara. Thank you so much for just being an incredible service leader. You are just so much more than your relatively few years on earth could make us believe. And people on Facebook are just saying how beautiful your voice is and how wonderful your tune selection is as well. So this is not the only time we're going to hear from her. We are going to hit Kiara up to lead future Friday night services for us. Thank you. So we're going to turn it back over to you for an Adon Olam. It's on page 211 and it's one of the best tunes ever. This is for me because I am a child of the 90s and early noughties. So thank you and Shabbat Shalom to one and all. Thank you for tuning in. Shabbat morning services, 9:30 tomorrow.
All right. Without further ado, here is Adon Olam to the tune of I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. So it fits surprisingly well. Adon Olam, Asher Malach B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa, V'Chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'Acharei, Ki Chota Kol B'Yad Levado, Himloch Nora V'Hu Haya, V'Hu Hoveh, V'Hu Yeh B'Tifara, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, V'Chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'Hu Echad, Ve'en Sheni Lehamshilo, Lehachbira B'li Reshit, B'li Tachlit, V'lo Ha'oz V'Hamisra, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, V'Chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'Hu Eli, V'Chai Goli, V'Tzorchev Li, B'Tzara V'Hu Nisi, Umanously, Menat Kosi Beyom Ekra, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, Beterem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasa V'chef Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Beyado, Achi Ruchi Beit Ishan, Be'a'ira Ve'imruchi, Geviati, Adonai li velo ira, Adon Olam asher malach, Beterem kol yitzir niva, Leit nasa v'chef kol, Azai melech shemo nikra. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way.
That was amazing. Jonah was so into it. He's never really clapped on cue before, but yay! Thank you so much, Kiara. Shabbat shalom to everyone. Just yesha koach to you, and give our love to your family as well. Mwah!